Hello, thank you for joining Temenos Digital. My name is Aaron, and today we are going to build a Forex service. We are going to use Java, and we are going to consume our service in a T24 TAFJ environment. You are going to see a lot of concepts, very interesting concepts. How to use TAFJ, how to use Design Studio. I hope you enjoy watching this video. Please consider subscribing if you haven't, share and like this video. Alright, so let's create our Java project. There are different ways to create a Java project from Visual Studio Code. You can either click here, as you don't have any Java project, you can say New Java Project, or you can do Ctrl+Shift+P and then select Create Java Project. You can opt for Spring Boot application, Maven project, or any no-build tool. Let's experiment with Maven project. Okay, and we select. Let's create our folder. Let's call this Forex. To put our project here. Okay, you can see it's generating our project, and it's going to ask some few questions. It may take some few seconds. My projects are going to be grouped under Mathis, io.mathis. Let me put it in API package. The artifact Forex is okay. Yes. Good. So we have now our Forex application. This is just a typical hello world. And we can run our application. Once we run it, we get hello world. Okay? Good. We don't need a hello world application. Let's clean this. The main purpose of this Forex application is to convert currencies. So let's create a class, a currency converter. And let's call it converter.java. It's a class. Now, how does it work? So we need to have two currencies at least and an amount to be able to convert currencies. So let's create a string, call it ccy from, okay, currency from, and let's also create another string, currency to, and a double amount. Okay, these are the properties we have for this class. Let's create our constructor. Source action, generate a constructor. I want to pick all. And automatically I get the code generated, okay? Okay, now we have our constructor. Let's create a method to convert from one currency to another. Let's call it convert, okay? We want to access it from outside, and it's going to return type of double, and we call it convert. Let's say for now, let's put if statement. We say if this dot ccy from equals equals, ignore case, the USD, and this dot CCY2 dot equals to euro. So in this case, if we have from currency equals to USD and to currency equals to euro, then let's return this dot amount times the rate from US dollar to euro. Let's say the rate is 0.84. So this is the rate. Okay, it's complaining otherwise. If you don't have anything, just return this dot amount. Okay, now let's test this. Let's delete. Let's create an instance of this class. Converter equals new converter. It takes currency to euro, and the amount, let's say 2,300. Okay, do converter dot convert, and let's print this. Actually, let's do this. Sys out. Let's print this. Okay, let's run our application. Good. So as you can see, we have $2,300 equals to 1,936 euros. Okay. Now, if we give a different currency which we don't expect, okay, euro to euro, we are going to see the same amount. Okay, good. So this is working. Now let's think at how we can improve our code. First of all, I think it's better to get the rate. Okay, we can move this into another function. We are going to call this, let's call it get rate. Okay, private, a rate is going to be a double floating point. Let's call this get rate. Okay, let's move this to here. And you can say, if you don't have anything, or return, say -1. So if this is not the case, we are going to return a -1. But we are going to return this rate. Okay. Let's return this as a rate. And let's take the case where we have let's copy this. No, Let's copy these two lines. Now we say if you have now euro to USD, okay, now the rate is going to be, let's say 1.18607. Okay, if none of these conditions are met, we return -1. Okay, now let's consider the case when from currency equals to currency. So we say if CC from equals, ignore case, to this dot CCY2, then we are going to return 1. Okay, because both the currencies are the same. Good. Otherwise we're going to return -1. Maybe you're going to fetch this from a database. You can have a database of exchange rates, or you can call an API. In our convert function, what we are going to do, say double rate equals, we are going to fetch the rate. Okay, we get the rate, and then we say if rate equals -1, we're going to return -1 as well, or you can erase an error. Let's for now return -1 as well, okay? Otherwise, we're going to return this amount times rate. Let's keep it like this, okay? Let's give it a shot. We run our application again. So we have the same currency, we are getting this. Let's say if we put USD, we run. Okay, we're getting the proper amount. Now, if we say we want euro against USD, okay, so you are getting proper amount. Conversion is working well. And if we say euro against, let's say, Rwandan francs, we don't have this currency, so we should expect -1. Correct, okay? Of course, you can add also another, let's say, you can have two different logics. You can say private double get, let's say maybe get rate from API, and you can call API. Okay, let's say for now we return -1, okay? And you can say I want as a priority to get from API. If I fail, I get the latest rate. So in that case, what you do, you start by getting from API. If it's -1, rate equals get rate, so offline rate. But again, as you can see here, also we might fail to get the correct rate. In that case, what you can do, you can say if rate is more than 0, then you return this. Otherwise, return -1. Okay. Let's give it a shot. For sure, we don't have anything. So the first attempt is to get rate from API, and this is going to return -1 because we don't have any rates. And once it fails to get from the API, it will try to get the offline rates. This will check these conditions. If none of these conditions are met, it's going to return -1. And it's going to come here and say, okay, the rate I got, is it more than 0? If yes, then you multiply. Otherwise, you return -1 as well. So let's give it a shot. We have, let's clear this. We have Rwandan francs. It does not meet any of this. So let's run. We have -1. But if we put USD, and run, we get the proper amount. So let me try to take you through again this application. We have created the properties of this class converter. Then we created a constructor. When creating the instance of this class converter, we want to get the currency from, currency to, and the amount. And then we created our convert method. Our convert method calls API to get the rate. We are not actually calling any API for now, but this is a sample of response body, so we can complete this later, or you can do it once you have time. We are going to concentrate on parsing this response body. Let me call this API with multiple currencies. So I do this. I want to get Euro, GBP, USD, GBP, USD, Rwandan francs, Euro, USD, and let's get USD to Euro. USD to Euro as well. We have it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can experiment with these 5. Euro GBP, USD GBP, USD Rwandan francs, Euro USD, and USD Euro. Okay, this is what we get. All right. Now we can say we want to know how much USD and Rwandan francs. Let's run. Good. A 2,300 US dollar equals to 2 million Rwandese franc, 2,242,500. Okay. So our Forex application is complete in Java. Of course, you can expand it. Now, this is a business logic. Now, how do we call this in T24 or from any other application? You need to expose a service. You don't expose your business logic. Okay? Let's create a service. Forex Service .java. It is a class. and a class which is going to have only one method, public. Actually, let's have also the constructor. Public Forex Service, and this is going to be an empty constructor. We are getting this. Let's, for the lack of proper name, say param. Then let's declare now an array of string. Let's say we are going to split our parameter. We use a function called split, and we split using our delimiter, which on T24 is a value mark. Okay, good. Now, but what if we don't have this? Let's guard ourselves. We say if params does not contain this delimiter, so we negate this, then we're going to return a message to return invalid value delimiter. Invalid delimiter. Okay, we need to return a string, this case. Okay, then we say let's do this. Okay, now let's get the from currency. It's a string ccy from. We are getting from the values to get the first value. We're assuming that they are passing a string like this. Our param, we're assuming that our param is coming like this: USD to Euro, and the amount, let's say 2,300. Okay, we're assuming we are getting this. So the string ccy2 equals the values, the second value. So Java is a zero-based index, not like T24 info basic, which the index starts from 1. In Java it starts from 0. Now double, because the amount, we want to convert the amount into the proper, do a double. Let's say this is amount equals, we are going to parse the string we get from the value, the third value. We do converter equals new converter. Okay, we pass it all these values, and then we can return converter. Now we can call its method convert, and this returns a double, not a string. So ccy2, I think, yeah, because normally say Euro 2000. Okay, yeah, so you can return currency we add space and we add the amount. Now let's comment this. Forex service equals new Forex service. Okay. Now we have string. This is where from we say USD. The second currency CC2 is euro. Then double amount equals, let's say, 1000. Then we can form our string. Let's say P. It's got P. It's a parameter. And we can concatenate this now. We can say CCY from plus this, our delimiter, plus CCY2 plus our delimiter, then plus amount. Okay, then so with this we have something like USD, our delimiter, euro, our delimiter, and 1000. This is what we are going to Forex service, and the method is called convert, and we get the P. Okay, this is going to return now the result. Let's print this. Sys out. All right, let's give it a shot. We run. Fantastic. Let's round this. Okay, let's implement the rounding process. We can put this in our business logic. Below here, let's create another method. Good. Now let's give it a shot again. We run. All right. Okay, we know our service is working now. I need to build using Marvin. Okay, MVN. So this is the jar we are getting. This is the jar which we now have to copy to T24. Okay. Let's try it first, if it's running properly. So if you run it, yes, it's working. Okay. Good. So today I've decided to use TAFJ. I want to write my T24 programs on TAFJ using Design Studio. So let's open it. So a Design Studio is an adapted version of Eclipse. but it supports T24 development. So info basic, we can write info basic programs and compile without doing copy and paste to the server. Okay, so here let's create our Forex application. Forex.b, because since this is a basic program. Now let's use the code we wrote last time as a basis. So I'm going to grab all this, copy, I'm going to paste it here. We change the name of our program to mtd.forex. Good. Now the class name, we have our class in io.mathis.api, and the class is called Forex Service. So we can check here. So this is the name. So we grab this package name, okay, the way it is, dot the class name. Okay. Our method name is called convert. For testing purpose, let's start with euro to USD. So we do euro, USD, and let's say 1,200, okay? 1,200 euro, how much in USD? Let's ask our program. When you save it, it automatically compiles. Open a new session. Let's do to run mtd.forex. All right, you can see it's working. So received from Java, USD, that much. Okay, let's run it again, T24. Good, we have USD this much equals to this. Okay, fantastic. So it's working properly. Let's make it interactive. Prompt enter the source currency. Let's say, I don't know if it's, this is I will give a hint to the user example USD. And let's collect input CCY from. Let's duplicate this message. Destination currency. Dest currency. Example, we do euro. And we collect currency 2. And finally, we collect the amount. Say prompt, enter the amount. We do amount. Let's try param saying we get to send, okay? Now, and the currency, I want to use euro to USD, and the amount is this one. Fantastic. See, it is working properly. Now let's say we want to run this franc to USD, and the amount is this. So we get -1 because we don't have. We need to catch this error. When it is -1, we don't return -1. So let's fix in Java. we're going to return a message saying the rate was not found. So let's see where we are providing. So in our Forex service here, we are going to check if it's -1. Let's do double amount equals to this. Okay. And here we are going to have amount. Converted amount, yes. Let's have this as converted amount. Okay, because we already have amount declared there. Okay, now we're going to check to say if converted amount, make sure I put into parentheses, equals -1, then we need to say, we need to return a message saying exchange rate not found. Exchange rate not found. Okay. Otherwise, we're going to return the converted amount with the currency. I think this is proper. So let's build again. Okay, successfully. Let's run to make sure there's no error. It's working well. Okay. Good. Now let's copy this source code to T24. Copy, but it's copied successfully. And I think we need to run again, because if we do this, we still have the last version. So to prove, run this franc to euro. And the amount, this one, oh, it's working. So I don't need to restart the server. It picks automatically. So exchange rate not found. At least this is working properly. Now, if we say now we have US dollar and we want to run this franc, and the amount we have is this much. Okay. All right. See, it is working properly. Good. So we are done. So we know that now our Forex API is working properly. Now what you can do, obviously, as you know, we have, this is a T24 application. You can have this as a subroutine. You fetch the rates, then probably you apply the conversion in your currency table. So you can do a lot now from here. So with this, we are concluding our Callj topic. So I've showed you how to use Callj in TAFJ environment, and now I've showed you how to do it in TAFJ. So the previous video was about calling J in TAFJ, but today we've done Callj in TAFJ. As you can see, we have it working properly, and you've seen how you can develop an application in Java and create a service which we can call on T24. Good. Let's give it a shot again. And as you can see, we have a typo error. So I forgot to change here. So it's printing the same value. So what we need to do, we need to correct our application Now, since we have all the currencies, we have from currency, we can say from currency, we concatenate, we put a space, we put the amount, concatenate this again, with this. Now we can put equals. Okay, let's verify quickly. So we have from currency, the amount equals and the values. Yes, this is the correct. Good. Now let's give it a shot. We run. We say we have USD. Actually, even small letter will work. And we have euro. In euro. And the amount, let's say this much. Fantastic. We have this USD. In euro is this much. Now, if you say we have euro this much, we want GBP, and the amount in this one. Fantastic. As you can see, it's working. We can have a different amount. Let's say we have USD. And we need to run this franc, and our amount is this much. Good. Now let's try with an exchange rate which does not exist. We don't have run this franc to GBP. So whichever amount we put, it's going to say exchange rate not found. Okay. Of course, we can make some improvement. We say if exchange rate not found, then print instead of saying equals. Okay? So you can improve this program. Thank you. I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. You know how to develop an application in Java. And you know how. So the remaining task for you to do is you're going to call an API from here, so that you don't use the hard-coded values. Thank you. I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. So thank you. I hope you have enjoyed watching this video and you have seen how to create a Forex service which you can expose to T24 to consume, and how to consume it in T24 using TAFJ. The same is applicable to TAFC. And also you have seen how to use a Design Studio to compile application. And as you can see, InfoBasic works in TAFC and in TAFJ. Good. Thank you. With this, we are concluding our session of today. I want to thank you again for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, and feel free to share this video. Thank you. See you next. Bye bye.